Hello and welcome to the Lucky Goblin. I'm Lucky J.
I'm Bordle.
And we're back with Citizen Sleeper.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes, I spent a lot of time editing that Resident Evil video. The death count.
Yes. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun, but it took me a long time. And I'm not a professional video editor, so what probably takes some people like an afternoon took me a few weeks. But anyway, we're back with Citizen Sleeper. And I remembered our save file, machine is 57. This is part 7. Last time we did a lot of mushroom stuff.
There was a lot of mushrooming.
We met the mycologist Rico, who asked us to grow some special mushroom seeds, including this one that we got, the gardener seed.
In the old aviary is where we grow our mushrooms.
Yes, it's our mushroom sanctuary now. We learned Emphasis' life story, the mushroom cook. He told us about the exosuit he was forced into or volunteered into, and he saw scars from it. We did another job for Bliss where we were paid in mushrooms, and then we helped the owner of the Overlook create a distillery, and now she wants mushrooms to grow mushroom whiskey. There's a lot of mushroom stuff going on.
It's very fashionable. It's a bit of a trend.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Are we starting a trend? Or is the trend already
I think the trend's there. We're just helping to facilitate it, you know? We're just like, mushrooms. People want their mushrooms, we're going to bring them their mushrooms. And we rescued our AI friend. And that was kind of where we were at.
We have a cat.
We have a cat, yeah, that's the most important thing. Help Bliss. Cool. So yeah, let's just take stock. Let's see what's going on. I feel like we probably had a plan and then probably forgot it because it's been such a while. Some mushrooms are growing here.
Yeah, some fungal growth is occurring. My
favourite kind. Rico wants club head, so we do happen to have one club head, so I might as well give that to her. And that brings us one step closer. What else? That's the commune. This is our little home in the Greenway. We're a communist now.
That's nice, living in the green. Living in the green commune. I prefer that to sleeping in the storage
cargo
facility
container.
Or whatever we're doing.
Yeah. Well, we have a flat now, remember, with a cat. A flat with a cat.
A flat with a cat.
A flat with a cat.
Such a millennial.
Millennials aren't the only ones who can have flats with cats.
No, but they're the ones who make a big deal about it.
Okay.
I say this as a young millennial.
Self-mode, I suppose. Right. What do we want to do? Hold on. Did we get another job from... I think I've got another job from Bliss, who so far hasn't really paid us since the first time.
This is the angry one who... We're wondering if we're being scammed, right?
Yeah.
Because there keeps being a reason why the job doesn't complete.
Yeah, well, the first time her ex stole the money. The second time we were paid in mushrooms.
That's what they all say.
So it looks like she's busy trying to get us another contract.
And tell you what, if this one doesn't pan out, I'm smelling a rat. A rat. To be hunted by my cat in my flat.
In your flat. A rat, is that not just your leftover lunch?
It's very rude.
Okay. And also don't forget we were working on the Sidereal. Busy repairing that. It's a very slow going, very big ship. But yeah, what do you want to work on? You could go get some mushroom spores to give to Tala. Carry on our mycology. I'm enjoying doing mushroom stuff. It's fun.
Mushroom farm, a mushroom farm.
I do quite like it. Oh dear, we failed. Let's try again. We have the +1. There we go. I think we only needed 3 for Tana, so I'll take those back to her now. And then that'll be her, hopefully, helped, I think. Yeah, 3 mushrooms. Tala wants to set up a mushroom farm to feed the distillery. So all she needs is some spores. They are so cute, she says.
I'm sure I've tried a mushroom beer before.
What was it like?
Fungal.
Fungal. Earthy.
probably tasted like risotto. I can't really remember.
Yeah.
But there used to be I think they were literally called the Wild Beer Company, and that was kind of their gimmick
fun.
that they did like weird flavors and stuff. I don't think they're.
I enjoy that.
Shut
I like
down,
that a lot.
sadly.
Okay, so we have to wait 6 cycles for Tala to finish that. So we're doing a lot of waiting. I'm gonna get some food from Emphas.
Walking in and through.
So really, we only have a couple of things we can do. We can continue helping out yet again.
Yet again?
We can help yet again. We can work on the Sidereal. And then, what else? Look for a bird. Yeah, that's happening. That's happening. That's happening. The Flotilla aid, they want us to bring mushrooms to them, and that kind of starts the DLC, which it does say you have to be it says like end game stuff, so I don't know if we want to be a bit more leveled up before we tackle that.
Yes.
But my worry is that we'll do everything for the main game, and then when we get to the Flotilla, there'll be nothing else to do while we just wait around for like their cycles to kind of, complete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Begin the episode. It is intended for late gameplay. We only need 2 Giro caps. How many skill points do we have? 0. Okay. Ooh, our mushrooms are nearly done.
Hooray! That sounded like a sarcastic.
It did, yeah. It was just like
it wasn't.
Okay. Mushrooms are just there, like, well, screw you. There's the only 2 things we can do: or work on the Sidereal, or help out yet again, or start the DLC. Maybe we should do this.
Yeah, let's work on the Sidereal.
It's been going, for a while.
I feel like we've been procrastinating.
Yeah, I've been putting it off. I'm gonna re-roll these last ones. There we go.
Certain things are like that. You're like, come back to that later, and then you get to the point where you're like, oh, actually, I need to do this to advance the game. Okay.
There we go. We got a decent chunk. We went from there to there.
I don't care for manual labour.
Well, fortunately, our manual labour in this involves dragging and clicking.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy for us. Alright, let's feed the cat.
Quite a strain on your hands.
Yeah. It's still a thing, like, in a survival game where the character's complaining, like, I don't know how much longer I can go, and you're just there like, come on, you pussy!
Yeah.
It's not that cold!
I always think about the fact that characters in games run everywhere.
Yeah, like, they have insane stamina.
Yeah. Like, I like running, but can't just lightly jog everywhere you go. That's quite crazy.
It's just like, that's insane amount of stamina. In some games you do have like a dedicated walk button, and it's like you can try to walk, but for some godforsaken reason, they've made the walk speed insanely slow. Yes. So it's like... It's less intuitive to walk than it is to run. Because you're so slow, it's really painful. Get my stacking. I want Clubhead. No man. Hold on. I'm gonna re-roll these. That's a bit better. Let's try and get some Clubhead.
Are any of these mushrooms like consciousness expanding, if you get my drift?
Well, there was that one that we had where it took us... Was it that mushroom, or we plugged into the Greenway cloud and we saw the gardener and he gave us a seed. Ah. And that's what we're trying to grow, but we just don't have the anything for it yet. Risk. It's what I'm willing to take. One small. And we are left with a 1. So I'm going to do some usual data siphoning to get a bit of cash. Just a lot of housekeeping at the minute, just like, selling data and getting cash and passing the time. Pretty much passing the time until like everything cools down.
Tending and tweaking.
Yeah. But we're going to call this episode Tending and Tweaking.
Yes, tending and tweaking.
Hopefully people don't misread it as tending and twerking, or else they might think it's a different video. Something else entirely. I mean, why can't our sleeper go and work at, like, a strip club, I feel like people would pay to see that.
I feel like they already are feeling dehumanized. Not to say that working at a strip club is dehumanizing.
It's too late, you just said it.
I mean, they don't want to, so why should they?
Well, how do you know the sleeper doesn't?
Because they've never mentioned it.
Well, they never mentioned a lot of things.
I'm sure if it was their heart's own desire, they would have mentioned it.
Maybe. But maybe not. You do see a lot of like their internal monologue, I suppose, but it's always very poetic, you know? The sleeper was definitely like an artist.
We're just a poetic kind of guy.
We are. Look out. Alright, let's reroll these ones. That is so bad. So bad. I think that should be enough for the aviary. Yeah, there we go. Right. Then we'll have to wait another few cycles to get some club head. Here we go. Realistically, you could just reach a point in the game where you just do this. You just grow mushrooms and keep yourself alive, you know? I mean, there wouldn't be really anything to it, you know? You just kind of like making money and getting stabilizer. Gonna export some Matsutake. 80 cryo. Do you want to keep working on the Sidarial?
Yeah, I feel like we need to get that done because it's the least interesting thing.
It really is just here, isn't it? Oh, that's done that. It's also funny that, like, to think that this progress on this ship completely stalled until we came back.
Yeah, we're just that good.
Yeah, like you know, without us, literally nothing happened.
And for some reason, no one's mad at us about it.
Yeah.
Somehow.
That didn't work. Repair. I think we could get it done. One more cycle. One more cycle.
One day more.
Feed the cat every time.
Yes.
Buy crackers, put them out. The stray crunches them up. Let's put a picture of a cat. Not really.
This cat's like, where's my wet food?
This cat's probably never experienced wet food in its life.
This is why the cat's not letting us stroke it sometimes. Like,
Sleeper,
Moritz is leaning against the corridor wall.
it's time.
He looks away.
Big job just came in. Grand finale. You up for it?
I'm ready.
Alright then. We are in business.
He pushes away from the wall.
This has to work, Sleeper. Has to.
He looks down.
If it doesn't.
Are we in trouble?
The Bay, you mean?
He shrugs.
We were already in trouble before you got here. The work so far hasn't been enough. Look, Bliss has had a rough time of it. I thought you of all people would understand that.
He runs a hand through his hair.
Sorry. Didn't mean to be.
He smiles.
Bliss is a good one. She gave me a chance. I owe her.
He straightens up.
I know you have your own things going on, Sleeper. We all do. But the Bay needs someone. Bliss needs someone. Hell, I need someone to help me keep Bliss from spinning out completely.
He scratches the side of his head.
Otherwise, there's not much I can do.
He shakes his head.
I would hate not to pay back my debts.
He stretches,
I've got to get back.
nods, and walks away.
I'm out. See you up there. Okay, so Bliss is ready for the next contract.
Yay!
If we want to pursue that. We can finish the Sidarial this morning.
I love working for exposure.
Can finish the Sidarial if we want.
Oh, let's finish the bloody thing.
That's
Come on.
it.
Come on, final push.
It did not do it.
Oh, God.
This should do it.
Come on, guys. Come on.
I could have used that 5 if I would have had it. No.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, I've used that 5. Oh, that's a lot of condition from that. Hey, there we go.
Shifts like this give you
Camaraderie.
energy, apparently.
But also damage us.
Your crew slowly filters out of the shipyard locker room, the bubbling chatter reducing with each group that leaves. There is excitement in the air. Havenage just made an announcement. The assembly teams are done. Sat out on the locker room bench, you can feel the Starial out there, its hulking mass now intimately familiar to you. Over the past cycles, you've watched it grow, be assembled. You've walked through its veins and welded its bones. Now it is ready for the final stage. It will go to testing now, then enter a final process of sealing and resealing, checking and rechecking before it is deemed suitable for its generational trip. But for now, your work is done. You can't help but feel proud. A cough interrupts your thoughts. It's Lem, changing out of his work gear. Mina nowhere to be seen. He smiles.
She'll be ready soon.
Where's Mina?
You two are fast friends, huh? She's being watched at home. Now I'm on the work team, I can afford a bit more help.
He corrects himself.
Was on the work team, I mean. We're all out of a job now.
He quickly adds...
Not that I'm complaining.
Lem comes to sit beside you on the bench.
She's gotta be in her best shape when she carries you, Mina, and me out of here.
So confident? Lem smiles apologetically.
Why not? Figure I'm due a lucky turn by now.
He rubs his hands nervously.
No use in wondering what if until the draw anyway. And there's a few cycles till then.
Lem is right, but the odds seem unlikely anyway. How many are working in the shipyard? Hundreds? 1,000? You've certainly seen more faces than you can count past through. And are the Celis Foundation even going to keep their promise? Out here on the Eye, you get the sense that no one would hold them to it. Why else would they be building the Sidarial in a surrogate system? As you think, Lem watches you with a worried look. Tell me about Celis.
The Foundation?
He thinks.
Not sure I know much more than you. I hear they have a planet in mind for the Sidarial, something temperate and habitable. They are run by some rich folk from the core. People interested in doing things different.
Different how? Lem looks into space.
Well, I guess they don't like the way the core runs things. All these surrogate systems like this one, feeding resources into their silos. It's a pyramid of sorts, and we are the bottom layer. I guess Celis wants to change that. I'd rather keep my mind on the prize, so to speak. I don't much care what they are for or against, as long as they can help us get out of here.
He sighs.
Ever been in a thunderstorm, Sleeper? A real big one?
Yes.
Alright, then you'll know.
Lem
The
smiles.
sound, the smell, the rain hammering down. The whole sky stretched out in blues, roaring and huge. The place I was born, New Pembroke, a dry old rock in a Conway system, had 2 seasons. One of them was as dry as bone, dusty, ugly. The other one was long storm. One long storm. A side effect of the terraforming efforts, they said. Rain used to rattle off the roofs like bullets, wash the dust away, turn the streets to rivers. It'd sing us to sleep and wake us up in the morning. We'd wait half a year just to see it again. The best day was the one where the first drops fell.
He sniffs.
Some days I wake up swearing I can hear it again. I was thinking, Mina has never even seen a storm, never felt rain. She's grown up here, the ring her only horizon, always in the dark. I want to change that for her.
You will.
Of course. Almost there.
Lem stands, stretching.
Let's get back to the little one anyway. With the shift's done, I reckon she'll be happy to have me home for a few cycles.
He shoulders his gear.
See you in a few for the draw?
I'll be there.
Right on.
He grins. Lem leaves, making you the last person in the cavernous locker room. As you sit, you think about rain, and little hope creeps in. Is it possible? Could the Sidarial really take you to a planet? A place with weather, with skies, with life? You get up quickly before you can think about it anymore. It's too soon to hope. Too dangerous. There's work to be done.
There's work to be done. There we go. So, in 6 cycles, it'll be moved to the hub, and they'll do the draw, which determines which of the workers...
Get to leave.
Yes. Oh, wait, no, wait. Oh, the draw will be in 3 cycles, and then the ship will have moved in 6. In 3 cycles' time, we'll come back and see who's going to go on the journey to the new colony. I'm going to grab some food. And we have 2 1s. Now we have a 6 and a 1, which I feel better about. Do you want to go up and get started on Bliss's work?
Yes. Work.
Here's hoping.
Volunteering
look at that.
job.
Starward Vector. Solar window. What have we got? So, solar window. The selected launch window of the Starward Vector's maiden voyage is closing. This is going to be a tight one. Okay, so we have 6 cycles to complete all of that. Starward Vector's experimental sail deployment failed horribly. Now its massive solar sails need to be repaired. Okay, what have we got? Both repeatable actions. We can patch the solar sails or entangle the sails. That gives us a bit more in terms of progress, but we do have a +2 to that. And this one, however, this one is dangerous, which doesn't make much sense. Why would this one be a +3? Okay, I'm gonna put the 6 in here. And that'll give us a good head start. You delicately spin the spur, unwinding the sailcloth without it tearing. Bliss thumps me on the arm. She's impressed. Do you even want to risk this one? To be fair, if we use that, at most, we'll lose some energy. It won't like take away any progress.
Okay.
So we might as well try it. An exhausting task, patching solar sails, means maintaining a laser focus for long periods of time. And time is something you don't have. Hey, that wasn't too bad. You enter a flow state of scanning and fixing, and Bliss does the same. You can both do this. You know it.
Okay, that was okay. Yeah.
Let's sleep in this capsule tonight. I know it costs. Oh my god, it costs 48. That's fine. We're pretty flush with cash.
How does it?
Let's not do that. That's a bad idea. Let's go and repair ourselves because we want to be in top shape for this task, don't we? Otherwise, we'll struggle. We have so many Durall caps. Alright, I'm going to use some of our scrap because we've got a lot of it. And I'm going to feed the cat as well, obviously.
Cat.
Always feed the cat. Even if it probably doesn't like you because it's a cat and that's what cats are like.
I think cats do like people.
They do, yeah. I think it depends on the people. But yes, I think you're right. Cool. End this cycle. Ooh. Are you just wanting to power through Bliss's work?
Yeah, because I want to see what happens at the end.
Also, it is on a timer, so yeah, we'll want to get through it. Ooh. Scrap freighter's back. I'm just going to buy us some scrap. There we go. Bought some scrap. Now back to Bliss, who is up here.
Back up we go.
Back up we'll go.
How long do you think it takes to get there?
I don't know. It's like an ascender car. I don't imagine it's slow.
Do you think there's lift music?
I hope so. I'll be disappointed if there isn't. Okay, we're just going to patch the solar sails with the 3 that we've got and hope for the best. And I'll probably re-roll these ones. Rigged and ready. Oh, we lost a bit of energy there, but it's fine. Progress is hard-earned and slow. By the end, you were exhausted, but you were getting there, piece by piece. Let's untangle the sails. Cool. We're making good progress. Right, there we go. Is there any way I get food up here? The gimbal lounge. That's less expensive. Spacer food is a slurry of modified compounds and vitamins laced with a dose of algae.
Yum yum.
It's effective nutrition, but little else.
Bet that makes you fart.
Algae. It's actually a dish these days.
Algae?
Like, yeah.
No, it's what grows inside fish tanks. I don't know. Maybe that. I don't know.
Wait, was this only... Did I only have to pay the one time? Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that. Oh, okay, well we've got a room up here now.
Hooray! That's why it was so expensive.
Yeah.
It looks like a giant corn on the cob.
I thought I was just buying like a room for the night, and I was like, that's not worth it. But okay. Seems like we've got it.
Corn on the cob. I don't like corn on the cob.
That's very disappointing. I love corn on the cob.
It's just a hangover from having braces when you can't eat it.
Yeah.
And I just don't like...
That's
I just don't think it's worth... I just don't think... Well, corn is such a... pointless food. Your body does not digest
yeah, but it tastes good.
It doesn't. It tastes of nothing.
I think we could digest algae. Algae. There we go. We did it. While we were talking about corn on the cob and algae, we fixed the ship. Do you think this is the conversation our sleeper is having with Bliss? Bliss is just like, yep, okay. The atmosphere of the airlock is euphoric.
Ooh.
You and Bliss keep grinning at each other like idiots. Exhausted, blinded, sore, and aching idiots.
Did we inhale some gas or something? Like, sleeper, that was incredible.
She punches you on the arm.
I never thought we were going to make it. Those idiots tangled the whole thing up like nothing I've ever seen. Make a good team. Now pay me.
Bliss smiles a winning smile. As the lock's inner door clunks open, Moritz gives a rare whoop. He looks exhausted too, for good reason. Moritz has been the one ferrying tools and parts back and forth from the ship. His tired smile tells you he's glad it's done. Sleeper! Bliss! He shakes his head. Impressive. When I saw that ship come in, I thought there was no way.
Why, thank you, Moritz.
She winks.
For believing in us.
Moritz rolls his eyes. You know what I mean. Take the compliment. He shoulders some of the gear that came back in with you and Bliss and heads to the racks to stow it. Bliss turns to you.
I think you should be the one to do the honours.
She nods to the ragged-looking console that Moritz assembled.
I don't want to jinx it.
She smiles, but you can see she is genuinely nervous.
Check the console.
You glide over to the console and check the screen. It takes a second to see what you are doing through the flickering, cracked display, but after a moment you see the accounts. And there it is, almost 1,000 cryo sat in the bay's transfer account.
Well?
Bliss calls.
We've been screwed again? It's there.
Bliss kicks off from the floor and spins up into the bay, shouting as she does. The noise takes Moritz by surprise, and he knocks a rack of parts, scattering handfuls of metal fixings across the bay. The sight is something, glinting steel catching the work lights like glitter.
Sorry,
Says Bliss, grinning when she comes back down.
I needed that.
She kicks off and joins you at the terminal.
Moritz even managed to sell that produce. We made a tidy profit. Eventually.
She laughs.
Here,
She loads a stack of blank chits into the terminal and transfers a chunk of the cryo to them.
this is your cut.
Bliss hands you the chits.
Thank you for believing in this place,
She looks away and smiles.
even when I couldn't. When you first met me, I was on the edge of giving up. All it would have taken was one more push, but now this place is sparking again. Work's coming in, there are funds in the accounts. Even Moritz has a spring in his step.
You both look over at him, happily racking up tools.
That's because of you.
She punches you on the arm.
He likes you.
Oh.
What's his deal? What? Why is he always so quiet?
She frowns.
I'm not sure. He doesn't much like to talk about himself, that one.
She leans in closer.
You know we came here looking to rob the place. I gave him a job instead.
She laughs.
Don't tell him I told you that. Just thought it might help you understand the kid.
Moritz turns to look at you, and both Bliss and you awkwardly wave. Maybe it's time to change the subject.
What now? From here on out, it's going to be a little easier. I'm going to look for some component contracts, stuff that'll keep us inside the bay, not out in the black. No need to risk our necks if we don't need to. You want to cash out? That's fine, but there'll always be work for you here when you need it. I'll be back.
She smiles and then, out of nowhere, quickly gives you a hug. She sips back and glances around reflexively.
Take care.
She says softly.
You too.
You turn to leave.
And Sleeper? Yes?
She smiles.
Don't spend all that at once.
We got some cryo. We got like 100. No, we got... I found 200 cryo, I think.
Wow, that's quite a lot.
Not bad. We finally got paid.
Hooray!
Moritz has heard Bliss speaking with someone remotely. Is there another job coming in? One last job in 6 cycles. And we can do like small scale repairs, so we can do like component repairs. It will get paid a bit, so... Not a massive amount, but it's better than nothing. 12 cryo. So, yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad. Let's ditch this place for now, though. And feed the cat. And use this scrap to repair ourselves. And go to sleep. We might be starving in the morning. I wish we could make like our own little mushroom garden in our hut. Our little house, and then like, you know, eat.
I wish the cat would bring us food.
Got to train the cat to bring us food.
Be like a rat though.
Yeah. It probably would be, yeah.
I wonder if rats... Well, the rats must be here
Yeah,
somewhere,
I feel like
'cause
if
the
there
cat
are
must
cats,
be eating
there
something.
must be rats as well.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Sidariel moving out. Okay, so we've got the drawer, and we've also got Tala has finished her distillery. So should we just do one then the other?
Yeah, go on.
Cool. Tala comes to you one shift when the bar is empty, tapping you on the shoulder as you clean the bar.
It's ready.
She's grinning from ear to ear.
The Giro? Obviously.
She grabs you by the arm before you can ask anything else and drags you into the back room. The smell hits you immediately when you enter, a cocktail of rich fermentation and chemical sharpness. The room is warm and bright now, the newly installed lights making the place look clean, whoever it is or not. Tala has already pulled up a couple of stools around a metal crate, where 2 glasses with a few fingers of pale Gyros inside sit waiting. She smiles.
I haven't even tried it yet.
You can see she is nervous. You both sit at the makeshift table, the slight strangeness of the situation making you both jumpy. Tala hands you a glass.
Cheers.
She says solemnly, and knocks the glass back. You do the same. The first sensation is burning, a sharp, nose-clearing blast of alcohol that has your frame querying whether you would like to activate safe mode. You gulp the drink back, and it is only then, behind the burn, that you taste the earthy tones of the mushrooms, the wood and the soil, left behind like sediment, barely there.
Not bad, actually.
Tala raises an eyebrow.
You sure? Maybe needs diluting?
Tala swills the Girl in her glass.
That might work. Open it up a bit.
Tala grabs a metal bottle from the newly installed work surface and adds a few drops of water into the Girl.
Try again.
This time the burn is a warming glow, harsh but fading off, and the woodiness less heavy. You taste something floral in among the marshy decay, something fresh and bright that you never expected to find. Both you and Tala meet eyes.
It's really good, right? Good, right? Definitely better.
She nods and takes another sip.
Damn good.
Tala pours out some more Giro and then adds some more water, the action's already taking on the quality of a ritual. You both drink. Tala tucks her feet up beneath her on the stool, folding her legs. She looks down into her glass and swirls the liquid thoughtfully.
What's on your mind?
Tala looks up at nothing in particular.
My father opened this place, you know.
She says out of nowhere, thoughts suddenly becoming words.
It was his attempt at making a life for us, for my family, when we got to the island. Your family? My father, my mother, my little brother.
She takes a drink.
They aren't around now. I'm sorry. That's okay, my parents had long lives and my brother is somewhere in the Starwood Belt. Ran off with the salvage crew.
She puts her glass down.
He's alive as far as I know. I was just thinking about something my father told me when he first set this place up. He wanted to call it the Bantayan, but he was afraid it'd scare off the customers, so he kind of translated it, hence the Overlook. And these past few cycles, when I've been in here, I've been thinking that I should rename the place.
She looks at you.
The Bantayan. What do you think? What does it mean? Dad said he translated it to Overlook, so something like that. Watchtower, maybe. Lookout.
Tala picks up her glass.
That settles it then. To the Bantayan.
You both clink your glasses and drink up. Tala hisses through her teeth.
Still harsh.
She laughs, then suddenly grabs your shoulder.
Oh, sleeper. I totally forgot.
She stumbles to her feet. She lurches over to a corner of the room, covered with a plastic sheet, and whips it off like a magician performing a trick. Beneath it is a neat little kitchen. A sink, a work surface, and a compact oven with a hob.
Your kitchen!
She doesn't give you the time to respond.
You can come make stuff here anytime, as long as you promise not to raid the mushroom farm. I need those for the G-roll. I was thinking, too, that if things pick up, we can start serving proper food at the the Bantian.
She laughs.
Do you like it? It's perfect.
Tala gives you a hug, then quickly stands back.
I'm sorry, I'm so glad you're here.
She grins.
Me too.
As Tala tidies away the glasses, you inspect the kitchen, checking that it all works. It's small and salvaged, but after what you've had to put up with, it feels like a dream come true. Later, when she's done for the day, Tala comes back through to the bar, and you share a glass of the good Giro, the one she didn't distill. And this time you talk about nothing in particular, sharing stories about regulars or discussing the best place to eat on the Eye, which, after everything that has happened, feels like a nice change of pace. When it comes time to leave, you promise to cook for Tala, and agree to let her know which shifts you'll be working in the coming cycles, and then slip out into the cool of the rotunda. And in this moment you feel, for once, at home.
Why is everyone hugging us?
Because we're just so great. We're just nice.
Are we gonna? Is there this thing where I'm gonna actively romance like 3 people?
No, don't worry.
Okay,
don't worry.
it's not like one of
It's
those.
not like no.
Okay.
It's not like Mass Effect where you can say someone that they
nice
did a good
and
job
then
and
they
they're like, oh.
Oh, we should go to bed then.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Now we have a kitchen, so you know how I was complaining before about how we can't cook those mushrooms we're collecting? Well, now we can!
She got us Fisher Price kitchen.
Yay! Sure. It's a nice kitchen. Okay, we have enough upgrade points to get hard to kill, if we want, but to be honest, I've never reached a point where our condition has been breaking. The only reason I would get that would be to get the +2 after it, or we could just save up 3 upgrade points and get like a +2 and something else.
What are you tempted by?
Well, what do we use a lot of? So we've already got maxed out on engineering. I might save it, you know. Like, I might see what we need when we go to the flotilla, and then upgrade accordingly. Next up, though, let's go and see who the lucky winners are for the draw on the colony ship.
I have a bad feeling about this. The crowds have already gathered by the time you get to the shipyard, and you recognise faces among them, people you've worked alongside on the Sidereal. The intervening cycles have turned their excitement to anxiety, and few of them smile at you. Instead, the nervous energy of the crowd fills the space, creating a feedback loop of growing tension. You pick out Lem and Mina and work your way over to them, pushing through the crowd. He silently raises his eyebrows at you, his anxiety obvious, but Mina flashes you a huge smile, unaware of the tension. "Robot!" she shouts, reaching out to you. Hug her. She gratefully accepts your hug, leaning against your chest, and Lem smiles, seemingly glad to share the weight of Mina for a moment.
Quite the turnout, huh?
Lem glances around, pulling Mina close.
I think patience is one of this crowd's strengths.
The sound of an argument towards the back catches your and Lem's attention. He's putting it lightly, this place seems set to explode. This isn't good. Lem doesn't dare answer, but the look in his eyes suggests he agrees.
This is Asta Engard of the Celis Foundation.
The announcement echoes from the speakers at the shipyard entrance, and shouts of
"Quiet!"
rapidly follow.
I'm sorry I can't be there to meet you all, and thank you on behalf of Centra Celis for the work you have done on the Sidereal Horizon.
Most of the crowd strains to see Asta's face, but the small display shows only a ghostly white figure, smudged and unclear.
Sandra wanted me to pass on her personal thanks for your commitment to and belief in the Celis Foundation's mission. We chose the Eye for this project because we knew that we would find like-minded individuals here, especially among the ranks of the venerable Havenage Association. Unlike most of the Corps, we neither believe Erlin's Eye to be a threat or a rogue state, but instead an embryo for the formation of a new decentralized social structure, one where each citizen might be the master of their own destiny.
A ripple of impatience runs through the crowd. I didn't come here for a sermon.
You are all pioneers, just like those core citizens who the Sidereal Horizon will carry, in cryosleep, to the planet that will become the Foundation's first frontier world, Celis 1.
At the mention of the destination world, excited conversations break out among the workers.
There, our citizens will be able to create their own, innovative, bottom-up economic order, aligned with the principles set down by Centra Celis herself. Freedom, resilience, and self-sustenance. This is all thanks to your tireless efforts in the Havenage Yards. As a reward for those efforts, you may know that we are offering a select group the opportunity to join the caretakers of this vision, the staff of the Sidereal Horizon, who will maintain the vessel during its multi-decade transit through interstellar space.
Lem turns to you, his eyes bright.
This is it. The draw has been performed at random by the central AIs of the Foundation and is final at binding. Please note, only licensed contractors of the Foundation are eligible for this draw. I know you have all been eagerly awaiting this day, and without further delay, I will now read the Celis identification numbers of those chosen for this great honor.
A murmur runs through the crowd. Celis identification numbers. Licensed contractors. You've never even heard the term mentioned. Is this something you are supposed to be assigned? You glance at Lem, but his eyes are fixed forward, wide and shimmering. All around you, people are speaking in hushed tones, like a rising wave. Asta starts reading out a sequences of numbers and letters, and panic begins to set in. No one seems to know what is happening. Somewhere near the front of the crowd, someone shouts in celebration, and everyone pushes forward. Lem? You turn to see Lem still staring forward. Mina is scared now, as the shouts start. Daddy? Someone throws something at the entrance and it rattles against the shipyard doors. You see for the first time Havenage security stood on either side, scared, arguing between themselves. You feel the anger rising in the crowd. Lem lets go. He doesn't move.
They might call out names. I can't.
Mina tugs at his dog tags. It's not happening. Lem blinks rapidly and then turns to you. He opens and closes his mouth and looks down at Mina. He sees the fear in her eyes and understands. It's time to go. You lead Lem and Mina out, shoving people aside. As you do, you hear the sound of scuffles emerging at the front of the crowd, of metal canisters bouncing off the shipyard walls. You keep your head down and walk away, the sound of Asta reading off the ciphers echoing above the chaos like some strange mantra. When you turn to Lem, there are tear tracks running down his cheeks, and Mina is sniffling into his jacket. You feel the sadness rising in you too. They screwed you. They screwed all of you. You were never even on the list. The feeling is as unpleasant as it is familiar. You stare ahead into the tunnel as the security sirens sound out, a signal for the coming violence.
Yep. Drive failed.
Yeah. I thought what was going to happen was that he would get called to go on, but they would be like, oh no, you can't bring the kid.
Yeah, that would be another twist, but no.
I thought that that was going to be like, oh my god. Yeah, I thought that
registered
was going to
contractors only, and we are not a registered contractor. We are an independent contractor. So, yeah, 3 cycles before. There's a note on the door of the unit. Sleeper, gone to find work. Lem. Yeah, that's us. Let's go check on our mushrooms. Let's go look at something positive, you know?
Like mushrooms.
Like mushrooms. Mushrooms make me happy.
They do.
In this game, anyway.
They make me happy.
For me, real mushrooms, it kind of depends on the mushroom. Because some of them I don't like. I don't really like all that much.
I like seeing them grow.
Ooh,
You should never eat one. It's very bad.
Why not? Hands on the mushroom.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You've got your mushroom booth. You'd be fine.
The most deadly ones look like every other one. That's the problem.
Yeah. Like, this mushroom is extremely deadly. You shouldn't eat it.
It's basically indistinguishable from this very harmless and delicious one.
This other mushroom. That's actually very tasty, and you should try it.
Yeah, literally.
Hey, we got another club head. Alright. Let's give that to Rico. I think that should be it for Rico. There we go. Commune botanist. Rico is at her bench, running small vials of some liquid through an old chemical analysis machine. The whirring of the spinning drum fills the lab with white noise, and you aren't sure she notices you approach.
Sleeper, it's good to see you.
She looks up, smiling.
This little project of ours has been keeping me awake these past few cycles, but right now, well, I think I have something. You should rest. I know my limits.
She laughs to herself.
I just don't like paying attention to them.
The drum finishes spinning, and Rico lifts a vial from it, holding it up to the light.
This is something I extracted from those club heads you've been bringing me. And according to my analysis, it is a substance totally unique on the Greenway.
You look at the small amount of liquid in the vial.
Any idea what it might be?
Rico asks, without looking away from the vial.
No idea. You aren't the first sleeper to come through here. Perhaps I should have mentioned that earlier.
Rico's tone suddenly drops, changing the atmosphere in the lab immediately.
I just thought...
She pauses, thinking very carefully of how to continue.
I just wanted you to trust us. Stay silent. They came through a fair few cycles ago. Found them wandering in the broken section near the gap. The members who brought them in had never seen one of you before. They were terrified of this strange person wandering in from open vacuum. They were quieter than you, and damaged. We did our best to patch them up and welcome them to the commune. I only really spoke to them once, while I was working on their wounds along with a couple of systems engineers.
She looks nervously at you.
I'd never seen a body like that before. I took some readings, some samples. Samples? You have to understand, I was curious. I didn't know what I was looking at. I just took a little of the damaged material, less than a thumbnail.
She shifts her weight to her crutch.
That next cycle, they were gone. Took a little food and hiked up towards the wild margins where a greenway meets the wastes. Someone saw them in the distance, but that was it. They disappeared into the overgrowth.
She sits down heavily, the vial in her hand.
When I saw you, I wanted things to be different. I wanted to keep you here rather than let you disappear into wherever they ended up.
She smiles to herself.
Yes, I wanted to understand this place better, but I also wanted to help you. It seems that somehow both my wishes have come true at once.
She holds out a hand with the vial.
This is for you.
You take the stabilizer, the glass cold and smooth in your palm.
Thank you. Don't thank me.
She gazes out at the Greenway through the glass.
Those clubhead caps made it for you, or at least who or whatever made those clubheads.
She starts to clear her bench.
I was right there, contained in their tissue. I only had to extract it. I imagine you understand how incredible that is. I learned enough from that sleeper to know that your body, your frame, is it? Runs on some exotic technology. Exotic technology that has a time limit built in. Somehow, the Greenway knows that too. It understands your physiology much better than I ever could. It knows how to treat you. Just like that miraculous antidote that sprung from the mold, so too has this sprung from your presence here. The Greenway is speaking to you. It is welcoming you.
She looks up.
I know it sounds crazy, but I know it to be true. Here's the evidence. And what I also know is it no longer speaking to me. Even after decades here, I have never seen this kind of response. Not since the antidote so many cycles ago.
She smiles.
So I'm going to make you a deal. You bring me as many clubheads as you like. I'll extract the stabilizer and give it to you freely. But you have to tell me what the Greenway says. You have to speak with it, dig into it, to find out what being is at the center of it. I've travelled as far as I can. I need you to do the rest. Can you do that? Yes.
Rika sighs with relief and deflates into her chair.
Thank you. I'm sorry for the other sleeper, I truly am. But I'm sorry I couldn't have done more. But I'm so glad I met you.
She smiles.
You're welcome here anytime.
Rika falls silent. She looks smaller now, more fragile, and you realise how old she must be to have seen the collapse firsthand. You idle a little in the lab, in case she asks for anything else, but she remains silent, and so you drift back into the tunnel, thoughts of that other sleeper and where they ended up weighing on your mind.
Is that the other sleeper we already met? The one
Maybe.
who was with the guy
Yeah,
who
I
died?
wonder. Do wonder.
Yeah. What happened to them again?
They died.
Yeah.
They were unplugged. But so anyway, now we can harvest clubhead mushrooms, and when we do, we can give them to Rico and she'll make a stabilizer.
We're going to be so stable.
Yeah, we really are. It means we don't need to pay for stabilizer if we harvest clubheads.
So the stabilizer comes from the mushrooms.
It does. However, now we've opened up an interesting...
So,
Go on.
are we actually some sort of organic being?
No. We are synthetic. So her theory is, and we kind of know this because we saw it at some point, there is an AI that manages the Greenway,
Yeah.
and it kind of responds to what's going on outside. So when it detected us, when we plant mushrooms, the mushrooms that grow are ones we can consume.
Yeah.
And the clubheads, which are the rare ones, they can be distilled into a stabilizer because the AI of the Greenway has basically designed them that way.
Ooh.
But now we do have an interesting thing we can do,
What's that?
which does progress us to one of the endings.
Plant the
By
seed.
we can plant the seed we got from the gardener AI.
Oh, so the gardener is the AI. Sorry, I should have
Yes.
clocked that.
Yeah. Because I don't think there's nothing else for us to do right now. Everything else is just waiting for something to happen.
Are we near the end?
There are quite a few different endings.
Okay.
So I think if we do this, it might roll credits, but that doesn't mean we have to stop playing.
Okay.
Because there's a few different endings. This is one of them. I imagine we could still do the flotilla.
Okay.
If you want.
Yeah,
It's like I
let's
say,
do
it's not
that.
missing out on the experience, but we can still pop this seed in if we want
Let's
to wrap
do
up
it.
this sort of storyline.
Yeah, do it. Do it!
The only way to understand what Gardner gave you is to grow it. Rico is incredibly excited by the prospect.
So am I!
I'll take good care. Sorry.
I'll take good care of it, Sleeper.
Rico smiles.
Don't you worry. Plant a
Okay,
little
so we have to
seed.
wait 2, 4, 6, 8 cycles.
Rico
So-
is an attentive mother to the little seed.
Little seed. I think she will be. I was a little off in my estimates. We have to wait 8 cycles, but
Okay.
there are some other things we can be doing in the meantime. But let's
Cat.
rest. Let's rest.
Cat.
Yes, let's feed the cat. Here you go, kitty cat. You have some of that. We're gonna end this cycle. Thing is, though, I haven't needed stabilizer in a while because I've just been patching us up with scrap. We must be a hodgepodge of scrap pieces at this point. I think we look great. Okay, I'm gonna cook some of our own gyro, which gives us free energy, so that's not bad. And then, what else am I gonna do? I'm gonna sell some Matsudake. Make some money. Cryo. Right, so right now, I think the only two things we really have to do are assisting Yatagan or starting the refugee, the flotilla kind of DLC.
Rescuing Yatagan. Is that another? That's another thing to wrap up, isn't it?
Sabine's quest, the doctor.
Yes.
We've got that, and then we can start on the flotilla, which will give us a bit more, because right now we're kind of running out of content.
Yeah.
Everything's on a timer. I mean, once this all ticks down, we'll have a lot to do. Right now, unless we start the DLC, we've literally just got this to do.
Okay. Should we start the DLC?
We can do a bit of both.
Let's do a bit of both then. Come on. Come on.
Let's control the wards. Yet again, insider.
We've got so many jobs.
Yeah, we're
like Barbie.
We're just good at what we do. That's a shit roll. That is a terrible roll. Use this. Those 2 ones I won't even bother. Let's go have a look. Hopefully it won't be like emergency stuff if we go and start this and it's like, you need 6 dice roll immediately. Or do you want to wait until we've got 6 dice?
Let's
5 dice
start.
even.
Go on.
Eshi asked you to bring supplies and fragrant, eye-grown dural caps seem like the perfect thing to impress her. Continue. You came! Peake smiles as you walk into the Climbing Briar's cargo hold behind a gloomy Eshi. Sorry, hold on. I'll do... Okay, you narrate and I'll do some voice. They brought mushrooms!
Eshi tosses the mushroom caps onto a crate, raising her eyebrows at Peake. Peake gives her a look.
Thank you, Sleeper.
They pick one up and sniff at it.
Is edible?
Yes. Peake turns the cap over in their fingers before putting it down. We're not so... Oh, sorry.
That's Eshi.
Yeah, we're not so used to fresh produce. Eshi is securing crates as she speaks and doesn't look up. Hawthorne doesn't have much in the way of farming. Hawthorne? The installation we grew up on. Eshi wipes off her hands on a rag. XPR loves to name their property after natural things, but that's about as far as their relationship with plant life goes. XPR? Is this an interrogation? Either way, we are done with that place, which is all you need to know.
Eshi leans back against the crate she was securing.
We're going to need more than a few mushrooms if we want to help those refugees, though. What do they need? Food, water, components, a whole lot of things.
As she stands and walks over to the mushrooms you brought, placing them into a small container with care.
The problem isn't just getting supplies, it's getting them through the ships. Can't you just fly around? And get the Briar seized for breaching quarantine? No thanks.
She laughs.
We're lucky we got here before the cordon was set up. That's the only reason we're on this side. Why is there a quarantine?
Peake jumps in. The Eye has a closed-loop life support system, just like any orbital installation. Any unfamiliar illness or significantly increased strain on life support can cause a cascading collapse in its systems. As she scoffs.
Are we making excuses for these bureaucrats now?
Peake turns. We are being realistic, Eshi.
But those people aren't an increased strain, they're living people.
Eshi stares at you.
Even calling them refugees is just a way of turning a lot of scared, desperate people into a single monolithic group.
As she slides the container full of mushrooms into one of the cargo hold's racks.
Look, as much as I'd like to chat, we've still got a lot of space to fill in this hold. So if you're going to help...
I think Eshi's trying to say we need your help. And quickly, Peake says, glancing at her. The refugees behind the cordon. They won't be able to hold out indefinitely. We need to get supplies to them in the next 12 cycles, or Eshi steps forward.
Or Havenage will have to bear the responsibility for whatever happens next. What can I do? There's 3 things we still need to secure. Water, food, and scrap components for ship repairs.
Essie gestures to the storage containers around the hold.
Water we can find a way to source, or, my preference, just siphon off from the underground reservoirs in the Greenway.
Peake raises their eyebrows. Eshi. She ignores them.
For food, things could be tricky. Those mushrooms are delicious, I'm sure, but no way we can get enough volume to feed a flotilla. However, I saw an algae stack on the way over. If we can get access...
Not more stealing, Eshe. Big sighs.
I didn't say steal.
She stares at them indignantly.
If we can get access, we can work the stack, harvest some algae for the flotilla. Those stacks churn out vast quantities in short timescales.
And the repair components? Peake asks tentatively. Eshe smiles.
Just look around you, Peake. This whole place is made of scrap.
She shoots you a glance.
And I'm sure the Sleeper has their sources. They can bring them right here. We get everything before time runs out, perfect. We get most of it, also good. Either way, in 12 cycles I'm going to take what we have and go. How will you get through?
Eshe shoulders a container.
Thought I'd leave that up to you, Peake.
They flinch. Are you serious? Eshe, I know we said we would help the flotilla, but at what point... They stop, take a breath. Take this seriously, Eshe. Don't know the first thing about breaching a quarantine cordon.
Maybe not.
She looks at you.
But they might. They slipped out from an SNRP facility, didn't they? Plus they've been here longer than us. You're always trying to get me to find help? Well, here it is.
She gestures at you.
Help?
Peake glances between the two of you. I swear to... They sigh. I need to think this one through. Meet me at the cordon in a couple of cycles, Sleeper. Maybe we can figure something out.
Meanwhile...
Eshe meets your eye.
You can help me acquire the supplies, discreetly.
She smiles.
We have to keep this quiet. Keep Havenage out of the loop. Once they get suspicious, this is over for all of us.
This all suddenly seems a little too real, too dangerous. You've only just found your feet on the eye. This is not a time for causing trouble.
Come find us. We'll be out there trying to pull this all together.
As she goes to the back of the hold to start packing under the container.
Peake, come help me.
Peake glances back at her. Sleeper, look. We didn't choose this either. They lower their voice. Help us finish this. We set up a base camp on the Broken Spoke. You are welcome to rest there in any of the cots while we work on this. They smile. We are in this together.
Peake!
As she shouts, as they walk back into the hold to help with the container. As you leave the climbing briar, you look out at the broken edges of the eye's ring, where Havenage's cordon blinks with tiny red lights. What are you getting yourself into?
What
are we getting ourselves into? Okay, so we have to deliver 8 scrap. Cool, 8 scrap. Workers running out. In 12 cycles, Eshe will make her run to the flotilla. The better prepared she is, the better the result will be. The flotilla needs food, water, and components. You might not be able to get all of them, but Eshe will take what you can get. All the supplies in the world are nothing without a plan to get them to the flotilla. That's Peake's partners. Right. They did mention... Okay, I'm just looking at... Algae stack, reservoir S3, farm stack. Let's have a look at these. The algae stack is controlled by a small collective of farmers. If you want to use it, you'll need to persuade them. Much to Eshe's frustration, you'll have to pay or talk your way into using the algae stack to farm food for the refugees. Right, so we've got a few things here. Reservoir S3. Cool. This is for water. The only way for Eshe to get water is to siphon it directly from the stasis reservoirs, and reservoirs Havenage will not be pleased. Siphon water or beacon hack sensors. The reservoir is monitored by our web sensors. Hacking them will reduce the alert level of the system and keep you from getting locked out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 7 there. And then a bunch over here as well. Forage. I'll do the water first, because we've got a +2 to engineer, so that should at least give us a little bit. Okay, never mind then. Wow, that was bad. Let's not do that. Let's try this. Let's try get some algae.
Let's scrape some algae off the glass.
Oh man, that sucked. Alright, that wasn't very good.
Eshe's so angry.
Yeah, angry Eshe.
Gosh, and our vibes.
She really is. It's like, do we even have the time for this? I'm gonna stick some stabilizer.
Do we even have the time?
Oh dear. May have been a mistake, but, well,
we're in too deep now.
We're in too deep.
Do you think we can politely say we're not doing this anymore? Do you think she'll take that well?
Let's backtrack. Let's backtrack. Quick! Well, we have half the scrap we need. Water and...
Do you think we could fake our own death to get out of this?
Yeah, we'll just say we ran out of stabilizer. Like, oh no! What?
No, we'll be doing a good thing. A good thing.
A good thing?
A good thing. A good thing.
Already bald. the scrap from here. Shipwright fragments. All that gets us is cryo. Okay, let's carry on doing what we were doing. Let's just take the scrap to head first. You know, I feel like that's the easy one. We've got a lot of scrap.
I do apologise. Something about reading out loud really makes me yawn.
Oh, see, the DLC upgraded the quality of life, where rather than dragging one at a time, you can drag all 8 in. That's very nice. That's a nice quality of life feature, I think.
Again, saving your repetitive strain from dragging.
Yeah. Oh. If I do this, it doesn't say that Havenage will be alerted if I fail.
I think the whole thing will blow up if you fail.
Let's try. Okay.
Oh?
Okay, that went okay.
Okay.
And we got some more scrap. That did not do much though, and that was a 6. Jeez. Okay, this might be harder than I thought. Engage. What about down here? Interface engineer. Let's put our engage up to +2. Because why not? And that might help with these guys. Algae access. Let's hard focus 1. Let's do algae access first. And then we can focus on water. And hopefully it doesn't lock us out. There we go. That's 1. Peake's plan, Eshy's plan, okay. What do we have here? This is where we can stay, isn't it? Yeah. Ah, okay, that's gonna take a couple of cycles. Algae growth. The algae tanks takes time to grow, and each cycle more can be harvested from the stack. Patience is required. Jesus Christ. We can do accelerated growth, but I mean, it's only going to take 3 cycles. Why is this is all just like a time sink, isn't it? Right, I'll leave that.
How's our seed?
Oh, seed. Oh, we need spores. Oh, we need spores. There we go. Spores. Oh, you mean the gardener seed?
Yes,
it's still growing.
The most precious seed.
It's still growing. It's getting there. Don't worry. Little guy. It's 2 cycles along. 2 out of 8.
Little guy. Is that what we're calling it?
The little guy. Yeah. Well, we don't know what's going to grow from it.
It could be a little guy.
Could be a little guy. Could be like a little
mushroom
a baby sleeper.
guy. Oh.
I'm gonna check on Bliss. Still a few cycles yet. Hurry up and wait. Seems like.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna put this 1 into this and hope that we get some scrap. We can hopefully advance yet again inside of it. Ah, didn't go well. So yeah, now we went from having very little to do to having quite a lot to do. That's alright, that's not bad.
It's pretty good.
Let's end the cycle with some num-nums. For the cat. So I'm going to save our scrap now to give to what's their faces?
Who?
Eshy and Peake.
Eshy and Peake.
Eshy and Peake. As you leave, you find a note pinned on the outside of the door. It reads, "Sleeper, there's something you need to see. Meet me at the cordon as soon as you can. Just keep heading around the ring until you hit the flotilla. I'll be waiting. Peake." You pocket the note and glance around the corridor. Looks like you're doing this. Time to make a plan.
Oh boy.
Go see Lemon Mina.
Yeah. There's no answer when you buzz Lem's unit, but the door is open. You push the door and find Mina, sitting in the middle of the floor, playing with Bun Bun. "Where's Lem?" Mina doesn't respond. She walks Bun Bun across the floor, narrating quietly to herself. You look around the unit. It is a mess. Dishes and glasses on the side, some of Mina's clothes piled up in a corner. Mina is sitting by her bag, which is spilled out across the floor, her drawing slate cracked and dark. Tidy up. You start with the kitchen units, piling up the dishes in the auto wash and wiping them down. You pile the clothes up next, folding them neatly. Mina watches you quietly as she plays, curious but silent.
You've just started to look at fixing her cracked slate when Lem enters.
Sleeper, what are you...
He pauses and looks from you to Mina and back again.
Never mind.
He drops a bag by the door and slumps onto the couch. Where were you? Lem ignores your question, asking one of his own instead.
What are you doing here? Mina's not supposed to let anyone in.
He glances at her disapprovingly, but she shoots back her own angry look.
Look, now's not a good time.
What happened?
What happened? We messed up, that's what happened. We put our hopes in someone else's stupid scheme.
He pinches the bridge of his nose.
Understand they never even put us on the list, right? I've been all around the Larim looking for work, and I've run into more than a few from the cruise. Turns out only long-time Havenage members were issued those Celis ID numbers. They never planned to consider us. Havenage say they didn't know that was what they were going to use to make the draw. And who knows, maybe Celis pulled the wool over their eyes. What does it matter? Those hours in the yards for a hand-to-mouth wage and nothing else.
He slams his hand down on the sofa. You're giving up? Lem opens his mouth to respond, but stops himself. He looks at the open door again.
They are moving the Sidereal up the hub now, you know?
He says without meeting your eye.
That's where it'll depart from. They're bringing in a ship with all their cryosleep pioneers, transferring them up there in microgravity before loading the crew.
You could steal a ticket?
There's no tickets. I was joking before. Just those ID numbers coded to someone's identity. No stealing that.
He looks over at Mina.
Look, we'll be fine. Always have been. I just need a little time.
He sighs.
We had our hearts set on that trip is all.
Mina comes over and climbs into his lap. He smiles. What if I got you on board?
I missed you these past few cycles. I missed that optimism.
Lem strokes Mina's hair.
Look, you want to go up to the hub and ask around, be my guest. I can't get up there with Mina down here. I'm sure the Sidereal will bring in a crowd, but be careful. This kind of thing always attracts scammers and thieves. You find anyone on board, you take it. You need help to get there? Ask me. For now, me and Mina here are sticking to the eye.
She looks up at him and smiles. Thanks, Lem.
No. Thank you, Sleeper, for coming by.
You stand to leave, and Mina grabs your hand, eager to give you one more smile. Then you are out, back in the walkways of the low end, already thinking of plans to make this right.
Do we have a new drive now? We don't, currently. Look at that empty spit. Look at the little smiley face on the ship. Where'd the Sidereal go? It's gone. Feels a bit empty without it there. Kind of sad, I miss it. Unless, hold on. Is it up on the rim now? Is it
He
at
said
the hub?
that they were...
Oh yeah, there it is. It's on the hub. So yeah, we can scout the dock to find a way on board. Do you want to continue doing flotilla aid for now?
Yeah.
Just because that is time sensitive. So let's do that. Let's cross to the Greenway. The algae is growing. Harvested from the stack. Patience is required. Christ. Okay. So let's go for the water. Got a 6. Got 2 6s. This is gonna take a while. I'll keep going. Using all of it, just literally spending the day siphoning water for the refugees. Are we the baddies?
No, it's for the greater good.
The greater good. I did, however, get a random scrap item, so it wasn't the worst thing. Didn't Peake want us to meet him somewhere? Oh, here he is.
Yes.
There you are, sorry. Sleeper!
Peake catches your attention from the shadowy corner they were leaning against.
Any trouble getting up here?
This place is huge.
It certainly is. Havenage have been busy. Come, take a look at this.
They beckon you over to a nearby window, which looks across the ruined ring to the blinking red lights of the Havenage cordon. The cordon's temporary structures, a net of metal struts meant to detect and dissuade any ships from entering or leaving the flotilla, jut out into the black. And all around, the tugs flit, securing them in place and tending to the red blinking drones that demark the quarantine. It's an impressive and worrying sight.
What do you think?
Peake interrupts your thoughts.
How would you get through?
Use one of the tugs?
As an escort, you mean? I doubt we could fit all the supplies on one of those tugs, but if it seemed like the Briar was being officially escorted through the cordon...
Peake squints at the red lights.
but then we'd be stuck inside.
Peake turns away from the window and rubs their forehead.
Eshe has really wrapped us in something here, hasn't she?
The question is spoken under their breath and they don't seem to expect an answer. The silence grows. Why are you helping the flotilla? Peake looks up.
You don't think it's a worthy cause?
They pause.
We ran into them when we escaped Hawthorne. Eshe insisted we investigate their distress signal. I'm not saying we shouldn't have.
Peake stares out the window at the distant blinking lights of the arrived ships.
It's just...
Peake brushes back their hair.
Forget it. Let's focus on the plan.
They flash you an easy smile.
Doesn't matter why, we are the ones who are going to help. The way I see it, there are 3 parts to making it through the cordon.
They gesture out the window at the strange structure.
Deception, distraction, and speed. We'll need all of them for a clean passage through. Deception means tricking the cordon security into thinking that we are meant to be there. Maybe a tug escort could work? Anything that makes the Briar look official. Distraction, meanwhile, will be all about diverting attention so that no one looks too hard at what the Briar is doing. If we can create a gap in the cordon's scanning and deterrent systems, that should keep them busy. Finally, speed will mean making sure the Briar is ready to roll. Perhaps we can do a little work on the ship to get her ready. Eshe surely wouldn't mind.
They lean back from the window.
How does that sound?
Risky.
Well,
They smile.
yes, there's always going to be risk. That's how this works. We've got to be on board with that.
Peake looks down at their slate.
10 cycles left.
They glance out of the window at the cordon nervously.
10 cycles left to gather the supplies and to prep this plan. It's tight.
Very tight. Peake looks at you.
If this goes wrong,
Peake sighs.
just get out, okay?
They squeeze your shoulder.
I'll follow Eshe anywhere, but you don't need to get dragged down with us.
It will come to them. Peake brightens up a little.
Of course, but just keep it in mind. Let's get to it.
Peake stretches.
I'll tell Eshe about the improvements to the Briar and the rest. Let's explore the cordon as best we can and look for openings. I have no idea what guardian angel sent you to us, Sleeper,
Peake smiles.
but I'm very glad they did. Oh my god! Even more! Okay. So yeah, cordon intel. This is a lot. This is a lot. Okay. It's really piling it all on us, isn't it? I think we can do it. You know,
We can do it, we can do it.
you can do it, put your back and do it. I can do it, put my back and do it. Let's sleep at the communist's house.
The where?
Well, it's a commune, which makes these guys communists. Because they live in a commune.
Okay.
They are communists.
Okay. You say so.
I guess, yeah.
I
That sounds
guess.
right. Yeah, it does.
I guess.
Alright, let's do this. Just still 2 more to go. Right, okay. Come on, we can do it.
There's no water left.
Let's need water. That's
In
what
the tank?
siphoned it out. Siphoned it out. Right, that better do it. Okay. Tucked into a service corridor deep below the reservoir, Eshe is double-checking the seals in the water tanks loaded onto the motorized trolley. Though you are far enough away from any thoroughfares not to worry about being overheard, you both still speak in hushed tones.
How will you get these to the Briar?
Eshe glanced back at you.
We'll trolley these up a bay further along, and then we'll bring in the Briar for a quick and quiet collection. Speaking of quiet,
She gives you a look and then looks pointedly back down the corridor toward the reservoir before hitting the ignition on the trolley to start it moving. You take the other side of the trolley and walk it up the wide surface corridor with its flickering lights and Solheim detritus. You doubt it gets used by Havenage, at least that's the hope. You glance at Eshe, her face a mask of determination, and she guides the trolley along. Maybe some conversation will make this journey go a little easier?
how did you meet Peake?
Eshe pauses, a little surprised by your question. She glances back down the tunnel, but in this deserted passage she can hardly keep up the pretense of silence.
We grew up together.
She answers quickly and turns back to the trolley. But she can tell you expecting her to add more. She seems to gather herself for an answer, not wanting to ignore you, but trying instead to get her answer straight in her head.
Our outpost, Hawthorne, is not an easy place to grow up. The administrators keep a tight hold of everything.
She rolls her eyes.
Even though they are trapped in the same decaying installation as everyone else. Peake.
She pauses.
Peake found it harder than most.
She pauses again, judging her words.
I stepped in to help them out.
Silence descends again, but you can feel the wheels turning in Eshi's mind as the creaking wheels of the trolley take you along the corridor.
Peake isn't the most practical of people. They used to be... Well, they needed someone to teach them how to look after themselves, stand up for themselves. That was me.
She smiles.
After all that, I couldn't get rid of them.
Eshi stops talking, but you see her eyes have lit up, and you imagine she is recalling some moment or other from her and Peake's past. You both reach a wide bulkhead doorway and have to stop to shimmy the trolley over the edge. When you're done, Eshi turns to you.
I'm good from here. Head back.
And with that, she is gone, moving off into the dark tunnel ahead. You watch her go and then turn around and walk the distance back to the staircase you entered from, the tunnel humming around you as you do. As you walk, you try to piece together Eshi's past, but all you have are glimpses of a person she once was. She seems to prefer it that way. Well, alrighty then. Okie dokie. I'm going to harvest a bit of scrap using this, and then that should be the scrap for the flotilla as well. That was a terrible roll. Reroll.
Terrible roll. I don't know. I'm not judging.
Okie dokie. That's it. These components should be enough to cover most of the basic repairs the flotilla needs. You hope. Do this? You want to do it?
You look over the pile of scrap components lying in the briar. You look around. The bay is empty. Eshi and Peake either elsewhere on the station or on the bridge a couple of levels up. You begin sorting through the pile, separating out useful components and boxing them by use. You don't recognize everything you find, but before long you get into the rhythm of sorting. As you do, your mind starts to drift, your attention being drawn into the dark corners of the bay. The briar is in surprisingly good condition, considering that Hawthorne and XPR must have been operating it for decades by now. The marks of care are everywhere, from the delicate patch jobs polished to meld into the original finish, or the carefully bound wiring running through custom trunking. Eshi loves this ship, that much is clear. Something catches your eye in one of the dark corners, a matte black stack of crates you hadn't spotted before. They are sleek and compact, tucked away behind some of the bigger, more worn containers. Investigate. You put the components away and go over to the sleek crates. You run your hands across their textured surface, but there is little hint of what lies inside in the opaque metallic casing. Then you see it. A yellow symbol embossed into the far side of the crate, a universal sigil used by spacers, corporations, and manufacturers alike. It's one you've seen throughout your time as a sleeper. Its meaning all too familiar. Explosive contents.
Oh no.
You hear a hiss and Eshi comes up through the bay's lock. She barely registers your presence, nodding at you as she passes. Sleeper? She busies herself with some task at the back of the bay. Ask about the crate.
Eshi doesn't turn around from whatever she is busy with.
Just more supplies, Sleeper, like everything else here.
You can't think of anything else to ask, but sense that the atmosphere has now somehow shifted. You quickly finish up the sorting and slip out, waving goodbye to her, back as you do. Interesting. And worrying. Very concerning indeed. Ugh, heck. This is going to be a pain to get through. Okay. How are we doing on the algae front? Okay, I think if we let it get up to 3, we'll be able to harvest more. So... let's try a 2 here. Well, we can take up to a 4, and all we'll lose is energy, so it's not the worst thing. Cool. You share rations with a crew during downtime, and get a sense that not everyone working on the cordon agrees with the current team. I might as well use the 1. A 3 is not the worst thing we have. We're only losing energy. Yeah, didn't even lose that much energy. We have so much cryo. I'm actually going to buy another vial of stabilizer, just to keep us going through this, this section, because it's, like, very intense, like, all the tasks. It's like, okay, so you've got these 3 tasks to supply the refugees. Cool.
Like, where's my list?
Now here's 3 more tasks to help break the cordon. It's like, oh, okay. Just let me note that down. Let's take a bit of stabilizer. Not that we need it. Well, we do need it because we're out of scrap. How are you getting on?
I'm good. I'm going to take a drink.
Let's go. Oh. Sleeper! Long time.
Moritz is smiling at you when you leave, clearly happy to see you again.
Moritz, good to see you.
Same.
He rubs his hands on his jacket.
How you been?
Working hard.
I bet.
He grins.
Well, you're always welcome to hang at the bay if you want.
He glances around.
Actually, that's what I'm here about. I know Bliss said she didn't want to take any more big jobs, but she's changed her mind, or something.
He grins.
Because now we have someone looking for a refit of their ship in our bay. You would not believe it. They want their entire ship disarmed. Cutting out defense arrays, weapon lockers, ship-to-ship countermeasures, the whole lot.
He leans in.
We'll be able to start at an arms dealership with all the hardware we'll have up there when we're done.
He laughs.
Anyway, it's a massive job, and we need some hands. Bliss said to go get you. So come on up. Bliss is waiting on you to accept the job.
He pauses.
It'll be good to have you up there again.
He grins.
Like old times.
I mean, like a day ago? Old times? Maybe like
It's
old
been
times.
a few cycles, it's been at least 6 cycles or something like that.
How long is a cycle?
I don't know, I just consider it a day.
Yeah, so 6 days, a week ago.
It's been less
Like
than a
old
week,
times.
just like old
Oh.
times last week. Let's have a
Oh.
little peek up there just to see what we're dealing
He
with.
kind of looks like a sleeper.
A little bit, it's because of the bandages around him.
Yeah.
Bliss. Sidereal dock. Right, should we speak to Bliss before carrying on with the refugee stuff?
Yeah.
When you enter the bay, it is weirdly quiet. Moritz must be out on some errand, and maybe Bliss is prepping the kit.
Sleeper.
Ankita is drifting at one side of the bay. You missed her completely when you came in. Ankita's back. The idea of not seeing Ankita when you entered a room would have seemed unlikely to you several cycles ago, but seeing her without her armor, she seems smaller, less imposing.
What are you doing here? I was about to ask you the same thing.
She kicks off from the wall and comes a little closer.
So what is this?
She asks.
Come to avenge Ashton or his sleeper? Or just looking for another payout?
Her anger is familiar, but quieter than before, restrained.
I don't want to fight. Then, why are you here?
She looks away, and you can tell her anger isn't directed at you in particular. It radiates off her like fire.
You better be ready to sign.
Comes a shout from the bay entrance.
Because I've got my best repair tech coming up there especially, and they're going to...
Bliss glides in and suddenly stops herself when she sees you and Ankita standing off.
Oh, Sleeper, you're already here. Miss Cassetta, this is the tech I was telling you about. Best on the...
She stops, looking between the two of you.
Wait, do you two know each other?
Miss Cassetta. Ankita Cassetta. You and Ankita look at each other.
We work together.
Bliss squints at you both before continuing. Bliss produces a slate.
Now, Miss Cassetta, if you'd like to sign our damage waiver here, we can start on the decommissioning.
She looks at you.
My tech here is eager to get started, as am I.
Ankita scrawls her signature across the slate.
Thank you.
Bliss pauses.
And everything was okay with the special payment terms we discussed.
She gives Ankita a strange smile.
All fine.
Says Ankita, giving you another hard look. Then she kicks off and drifts to the entrance.
I'll be in the gimbal.
She says and leaves.
Special payment terms?
She looks over her glasses at you.
Look, Sleeper, there's something I have to tell you.
She glances around again. What is she so nervous about?
This isn't exactly a typical job. Miss Cassetta, Ankita,
She gives you a knowing look.
doesn't have the chits to pay us, so we made a special agreement.
She sighs.
I'm leaving. Leaving? Keep it down. I haven't told Moritz yet.
She looks down.
Just waiting to break it to him. Don't you tell him either.
She stares hard at you.
I'll tell him when I'm ready. Don't want him getting worried about Ankita's history. He'll be very protective. You should tell him. Look, all I care is that she's heading for the Starwood Belt.
She looks out of the bay.
That's where I'm headed.
She turns back to face you.
Also, I wanted you to ask.
She stops, unsure.
I'd like to come with us.
This is another potential ending. We could go with them if we want. Canonically, I don't think this sleeper does. Because, not to spoil too much, but this is somewhat followed up in the second game. And our sleeper is not involved in it.
Yeah,
I mean, just say what you would want, what you think.
I don't feel as attached to these guys as I do to, like, Lem.
Yeah. I mean, you spent most of the time thinking Bliss is trying to fleece us, so...
Yeah.
And also Ankita killed that other sleeper we found.
Yeah. Nightmare blood rotation.
Yeah.
Not
You see, yeah, Morris is counting.
I can't.
She interrupts before you answer.
I know things have been hard for you on the Iron. You've helped me so much. I asked Ankita if she'd carry 2 of us, and she said yes. Moritz will take over the bay anyway. Although if you stay, you're welcome to help him run it. I just thought
She sighs.
you might be in need of a fresh start as much as I am.
We already did a fresh start.
So Moritz isn't even going, and he's the only one who's like, well, I don't mind Bliss,
Yeah.
but it's like...
You want to stay with Moritz.
Well, he's nice guy, isn't he?
I think, to be
don't
fair,
know.
we just start off on the wrong foot with Bliss, because we thought she was swindling us. She turns away nervously.
Think about it anyway. The berth is there. We've got to finish the job first anyway.
And with that, she kicks away and heads to the racks, before you can offer an answer. Moments later, Moritz enters with a new cutting torch for the disarming of the ambergris. The starwood belt. You push your thoughts to the back of your mind. Time to get to work. I don't think we're being timed on this one, so we've got a lot of time to refit the ambergris, so we can come back to that at any time. We can come back to this at any time, because again, it's not timed. However, the flotilla stuff is, so let's get back to work. Back to work, you. No slacking. Okay, we can harvest some of this now. Harvest algae. 2. Go for a 5 and hope for the best. Well, it's not the best. A couple more cycles. What else can we do here? How many cycles do we have left? Not many. Let's carry on trying to do this. It really isn't going up all that fast. It's kind of stressing me out a bit, I have to be honest. Okay, we're halfway there with that. We've got a 6. Should we harvest some of the algae again?
Yeah.
And then we'll have to wait a couple of cycles for it to grow. Should we wait for it to grow? That'll be 2 cycles. Ah, it's so stressful. I hate it. Or we can make it grow. Make it grow. And that puts it up by 1, and then if we rest and come back in the morning, we'll have 1 more. And let's try and get to like a good end point. With like a bit more of a... Okay, that's good. This is good.
That's good.
That's much better. It is much better. Okay, 1 more should do it, I think. And then that's hopefully the food sword. Swell. Continue. You're leaning against the metal crates you just loaded up with algae, packed and dried into bright green pucks. Eshe hops onto one beside you, flexing her aching back.
Is this enough?
Eshe squints at you, as if you just interrupted her train of thought. It's a look you have become familiar with.
Doesn't matter either way. This is what we've got.
She sighs, rubbing the back of her neck. In these past cycles working the algae stack with Eshe, you've had little insight into her mind. She rarely seems happy to start a conversation, but is always eager to end one. Despite this, you feel like something has grown between you, something like silent trust, the kind that tends to seed itself in the fertile soil of hard but necessary work.
Something I've been meaning to ask.
Eshe raises her head cautiously.
Go on. Why help the flotilla?
Eshe pauses, her protective instinct fighting with the trust you've built. You can see her begin to shrug the question off. Then she stops, rethinks, sighs.
What you need to understand, Sleeper, is that Erlin's Eye wasn't the only place where the Solheim collapse happened. Sure, Hawthorne, where we grew up, was an XPR installation, but that didn't screen it from Solheim going under. Actually, Solheim was the real reason XPR were ever here.
She pauses, hesitant to get into the whole story, but wanting to offer something, She flinches, correcting herself.
They are a service corps, you understand. They set up outposts and surrogate systems like this to offer refueling, logistics, and maintenance services to bigger companies with extraction contracts.
She gestures to the eye around her.
Like Solheim. When Solheim went bust, XPR lost their client. And Hawthorne, well, we lost everything. We became an outpost tasked with just holding on. Keep the refueling platforms running, they said. Keep the outposts stable. Hold on to our claim.
She rubs at her head, as if recalling all this was somehow physically painful.
Do you know what it's like to spend your entire life in a place with no future? A place that exists only to hold a legal claim to a piece of territory, to shore up breach of contract negotiations between two corporations. It's like living in a...
She searches for the word, her eyes jumping back and forth.
grave.
She clenches her hands.
So if you're looking for the answer to why questions, that's your answer. We, Peake and I, know what it's like to be forgotten, to be locked out.
She stares hard at the side of the stack, the algae whirling against the glass in beautiful patterns, and she doesn't look away. The silence extends and you realise the conversation is over. Eshe seems angry, not at you, but with herself, for even voicing such ideas. After a while, you stand and start to load the crates onto the powered cargo trolley that Eshe will run back to the Briar. As you do, you try to catch her eye, but she avoids it, soothing herself instead with the comforting simplicity of physical work. Cool, and we got an upgrade point. Sorted. So I think that's Eshe's plan complete. Okay, Briar's hold is full, so we just need to complete Peake's plan.
Okay.
I do have a couple of that. That's not great. And then that. Okay, we're getting closer. So I'm thinking this one is nearly done in 2 cycles.
Ooh.
So do you want to make this the last thing we do? If we get through the next 2 cycles, this will be finished, and then that can be like our first quote-unquote ending.
Okay.
Because of course we can't keep playing afterwards, you know?
Yeah.
Shall we do 2 more cycles?
Okay.
Do 2 quick cycles, and then end it on that. Is that okay?
Yes.
So we'll just try and power through the refugee stuff if we can, and any other tasks we've got. Right, I think we should be able to finish this bit here pretty quickly. Just like that. Okay, Cordon Operations, Crew Canteen, Havenage Hangar. Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ. So we need to sabotage sensors. I don't know. This is getting us an escort. And this is upgrading the Briar. Okay. They've not made this easy. I mean, I'm not surprised, but it's still just like, oh, come on, guys. Tug escort. Deflect suspicion. How many cycles have we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've still got 6 cycles. It's just could be. Yeah, it's not ideal. Anything we're good at? Okay, let's slice the thrusters. We're good at that. Hey, we got some scrap. Just gonna use all of our dice for this.
Go for it. Is it all?
Maybe should I use the 2 or should I leave that?
What would you use it for?
Just for this. Yeah, just do it. It's a 4. It's not the worst.
Oop.
Got a little bit of suspicion, but not the worst. Okay, let's end the cycle. We'll do some more dice tomorrow, and then we'll end by going to
Break the cycle.
Rico. Rico the mycologist.
Mycologist. Your cologist.
Michael.
Our cologist.
Okay, there's a Rico. Oh, I should have used a stabilizer. Oh well, not the end of the world. We'll be fine. Just use that. Do that. Cool, and that is the Briar upgraded. There it is.
Peake grins as you pile the ion thruster sets onto the motorized trolley in a derelict loading bay.
I borrowed this from Eshe. I barely know how it works.
They seem giddy at the idea of stealing the ship parts from Havenage.
I thought you worked for XPR.
I did, but I was a repair tech.
They help you heave the thruster into position.
My specialty was computer systems. I mostly worked on keeping the protocols that ran the refueling platforms from totally decaying due to lack of use. There's a lot of platforms in orbit of the moon Hawthorne is on, and Cinder itself. Eshe and I ended up having to head out to them regularly to work on them.
Sounds like hard work.
Are you kidding?
Peake smiles.
That was the best job at Hawthorne. You get assigned a ship, you get to leave the colony for a bit. So much better than outpost maintenance and canteen work. The only reason we got assigned was that Eshe's mother is the administrator of Hawthorne, and Eshe managed to get my name on the list too.
Peake looks for the
Pete.
trolley signature. It was Peake.
Eshe is always saving me.
They find the switch and hit it, and the trolley starts whining. Peake looks at the thrusters.
Eshe will install these. The Briar is her baby, really.
Peake looks towards the bay exit.
Truth be told, I was surprised she could bring herself to take it from her mother. Losing a ship? That has to have hurt the colony.
What is her mother like?
Tough. You'd have to be to keep control of a service outpost with no services to provide.
Peake looks away.
It's a tough place overall, Hawthorne. And Eshe's mum, she likes it that way.
Peake shuffles the trolley out of the bay into the corridor.
They'll manage without the Briar. No choice.
Peake smiles.
And I have to admit, I'd love to have seen her face when she saw we had gone.
Peake pauses.
Don't tell Eshe that.
They walk on quietly, lost in their memories of Hawthorne.
Okay, I think I can manage the rest.
Peake brushes their hair out of their face.
We've done more than enough this cycle.
Peake looks over the thrusters.
Once these are fritted, the Briar will handle better than ever. Might even get a thank you from Eshe.
Peake laughs. They head off into the corridor, the trolley whining its high-pitched whine.
See you soon. Ha. Okay, sorted that. Just got these two left to do and 5 cycles to do it in. I'm gonna risk a reroll. Yeah, that wasn't bad. Might have to use one of our dice to like avoid suspicion because we're up to 2. We have 5 cycles left though. It's just not time. No time. We got no time. Should I try and do that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it. Let's try to deflect suspicion. Yeah. All right. We've done as much as we can. We have 2 more tasks to complete and 5 cycles to do it in. Okay, so that's what, like a total of 25 dice. Yeah. We'll get our dice back once we rest. I'll use a stabilizer. Okay. Rico. So this is, I think, this will take us to one of the potential endings.
Oh.
So we'll get through that, and then we'll end up. But this will be the end of the playthrough.
No.
Yeah, I think we'll do the others, and then maybe like make the DLC the flotilla at the end, because that goes on for quite a bit afterwards. Rika has something in her hands when you enter the lab. It looks like a knotted twist of woody stems, a ring about the circumference of a human head, consisting of a single stalk at one side and a branched woven network at the other. As you approach, she holds it up, and in the lights of the lab, it looks like
Crown.
Rika finishes your thought. She smiles and shakes her head in disbelief.
Is that what grew? It is. I came to the plant this morning and this loop was all that was there.
She points to a lump on the edge of the ring.
The seed grew right back into itself, twisted up out of the soil. That being you encountered in the cloud, as you call it, was it wearing one of these?
She eyes you suspiciously, still unsure if she is somehow embroiled in an overlong prank.
No.
She sighs.
I suppose that would be too easy.
She smiles to herself.
A root crown.
She places the object on the bench and shuffles to her analysis terminal, her face lit by its amber light in the dim corner of the lab.
Well, it isn't exactly a plant anyway, not from what I can tell.
She gives you a serious look.
No leaves, no chloroplasts, just a series of filaments encased in cellulose walls. Filaments? See, that's why I like you, Sleeper. You are so good at spotting the unusual details.
She beckons you over.
Look at this.
You see a cross-section scan of the crown, its layers of plant-like structures on full view, until you reach the centre. There, instead of xylem and phloem for transporting nutrients, something branched and woven glints.
Are those wires?
She laughs.
I'm not sure whether to say yes or no here. Those are not wires like those in an electrical system, no, but they are filaments of a conductive material, so yes.
She leans closer to the screen.
But you see those branches? They remind me of
dendrites of neurons,
She rubs her eyes.
which is frankly ridiculous.
You look back at the crown on the table as Rico fusses over the scans, and you suddenly realize what it reminds you of. You remember signing the forms, the walk to the sleeper tanks, the cold metal floor. Then you remember the crown they fitted you with, the branching structure of wires and pads. No, not a crown. They called it an interface, the tool of your emulation, your transference from neurons to electrons. An interface. That is your gift from the gardener. You turn back to Rico.
It's an interface.
Rika looks at you, puzzled. Something clicks in her mind. Perhaps something she heard from the sleeper she had helped all those cycles ago. She starts talking, partly to you, partly to herself.
If clubheads were made for you, then this too could be made for you. Your frame.
She shuffles over quickly to the interface, a word that has stuck to this strange branch object quickly in your mind.
Right, that entity. It is the entity I have been looking for.
She shuffles quickly to the crown.
They are the entity which is controlling the Greenway, which has been maintaining it, supporting it, and has been guiding it for all these decades.
She stops to catch her breath.
They want to talk with you.
Rika leads you to a seat.
I will be here, Sleeper. If something happens, if you wish me to remove the crown, the interface, just squeeze.
She grips your hand tightly.
You meet her eyes. Oh, sorry.
Excuse you. You meet her eyes, clouded with age, but bright with the thrill of new discoveries. Then she places the interface on your head, and everything blinks out. Back into the river, back into the dark flow, but something is different now. You are no longer pushed, no longer blocked and buffeted by the swarm, by the storm. Instead, it flows around you. You move and it parts, letting you pass. Something else resists, but it gives easily enough. You look back and see your body. You have left it behind. Somewhere Rico's voice is talking to you, asking you questions. It is excited, eager, desperate to know what lies on the other side, what the entity has to say to you. You realize how long she has waited for this moment, for the moment of meeting between the inhabitants of the Greenway and its protector, and yet she is still on the outside. You shake off the sadness. You will be her eyes. Then you see the figure, Gardner, out in the storm, planting. It takes less than a moment to reach them. You have never felt so free. This is how Navigator must have felt, released from their prison. This, you think, is what it feels like to be in the place you were built to inhabit. Gardner does not turn at your approach. They go on planting, but their voice whispers in the waters like a sharply rising current.
You grew the gift.
Their speech hisses around you.
Good. I am glad. I wanted to meet you. Then we are the same. Both eager shoots seeking one another. How does it feel to be free of your seed?
They stoop to plant again.
My seed? That in which you are contained, from which you will grow. There was some disagreement
Continues Gardner, as if you were picking up on a long-held conversation.
with the others. They felt you were a danger, but they are always cautious, especially the fungi. They like old known gnomes, wide and stable networks. The fungi were cautious?
I thought we were friends with the mushrooms.
Mostly, yes, although there are many among their number who favour short growth cycles, thick nutrient veins, and sudden shifts.
He gestures out into the storm, and though you cannot see them, you feel presences all around, sensing this audience with great interest.
After all, they understood that it was I who made them their crowns, and without them they would not have joined the chorus. So they see that it is only fair that you get your chance to join too. Join? Yes, become part of this.
Gardner stoops again.
We are millions and we grow. I hope you understand. I'm used to speaking to your kind. It has been many cycles since my last conversation. I think it was with Chief Executive Trellick himself.
You look around, and you see it. Every growing thing, every non-human being in the Greenway is here. They are networked, connected, branched, and linked by this strange being, this artifact of the old station. The impossible dream of a senile farm administration AI, a living network. You could dissolve here, you realize, free of that decaying body. You wouldn't need to be a person. Why would you, among all these other minds? You turn away from the gardener for a moment and look back at your body. A tiny hairline thread connects it to you. You hear Rico's voice again, still asking, still checking in.
Are you okay, Sleeper? What are they saying?
That's
Sleeper?
Rico.
Oh, what are they saying, Sleeper? Are you still there, Sleeper?
Something in you sighs a long sigh. A sigh that speaks of an exhaustion beyond tiredness, an exhaustion rooted deep inside you. It stems from the effort of answering questions, of answering problems, of getting up and breathing each cycle. But something else resists the sigh. A yearning, a sense of distance, a desire to squeeze that hand that holds you for its warmth, its blood, its complexity, to make a gesture that says, I'm still here, I'm still alive, I'm with you. The two ideas spin with you, making you nauseous. If you break that thread, you will be free. Free to dissolve here, to grow strange and beautiful among a million others. If you follow it, if you squeeze Rico's hand, you will wake up, back in that dying body with all the pain and warmth that entails. Now is the moment to choose.
Ooh. So will the game end?
If we break our mortal coil, then that would be the ending, and I don't know if you can carry on after that, or if it just reverts to another save.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure what happens if you do anything in which you would technically die or leave the eye. We either leave our mortal coil and join the chorus among the network, or we go back, continue living our life and helping the people of the eye.
So that's following the thread.
Yeah, breaking the thread is dissolving among the millions of voices.
Let's follow the thread. I'm not ready for this.
Your eyes track the thread across the whirling dark back to your body. This choice, you realize, will not be presented again. Follow it. You don't look back at Gardner. You don't dare risk it. Instead, you follow the thread, delicately, carefully, like a diver following their lifeline back to the surface. The river whirls around you, but it doesn't pull, it isn't jealous. Neither does it understand. It is, after all, just a river. It isn't a person, a flesh and blood person with wants, with desires, with the capacity for love and hate. It doesn't understand you, and you don't understand it, so you don't focus on it. You don't think about it, on what feels like such a long journey back through the dark. You set your mind on eyes instead, on hands, things you could focus on, hold on to. And then, after an age of crossing, you are there, settling back into the chair, into a body in a chair, and the overwhelming sensations that come with being a living thing, rich and detailed sensorium. For a moment you feel like you've made a terrible mistake. Who would choose this weight, this anxiety, this deep well at the center of existence? But then you feel it. Rico's hand gripped hard around yours, trembling a little, sweating a little. Rico's hand with its brittle bones and crumpled skin. Rico's hand. And in that moment you understand why you made this choice. And then you squeeze Rico's hand and you wake up. Either way it ends. And then I think, I'm not sure if you disconnect if it lets you carry on playing afterwards, but with this we kind of go back and wake up. One of the potential endings. What did you think?
Oh, that was nice.
Too early.
We made the right decision.
Yeah. Too early to do our thoughts on Citizen Sleeper since we're not technically
Yes.
finished.
I think I'm too stressed by everything that's unfinished.
Yeah.
It needs
Maybe
to...
I don't know, I'd say maybe we should have waited to do the flotilla, but actually we're not doing too badly. We've got 5 cycles left and only 2 more tasks to complete. 5 cycles, so 5 dice times 5, that's 25 potential dice to complete the task, which should hopefully be enough.
And then when those are completed, what happens?
It goes on to episode 2. There's 3 episodes of the flotilla DLC. which I think will probably take us through to the actual end of the game. Because we're getting quite close to the end of a lot of the tasks we've got.
So why is there an ending now?
I don't know. I think it's just like different ways you can have like a conclusion for the sleeper's story. I think that the sleeper disconnecting from their body and joining the cloud, I think that is probably the canon ending.
Really?
Because there is some mention in the sequel, again, kind of semi-spoilers, of like the eye being like a refuge for AI, and how like, you know, a lot of new AI programs are kind of not taking over, but, you know, helping out. It kind of suggests that the sleeper, us, is one of them.
Okay.
But I don't know. There's no real canon ending. That's just...
But I think it, I don't know, makes more sense for them to know.
I suppose, yeah.
Because of all of that you've...
everything that you've got to do.
Yeah.
I mean, if this was the last thing that they did, you know. We finish up with this.
Sleeper?
Riko's voice comes wavering through the dark.
Are you still with me?
You sit up, the lab a bright green glare that fades as you gather yourself.
Here.
Riko smiles.
Good.
She squeezes your hand.
Thought you left me for a moment. What?
She pauses.
Who?
She smiles.
Tell me about it. Tell me everything. Tell her the truth.
You tell Riko everything. You tell her about the gardener, that strange farm administrator AI that has grown to be so much more, about the chorus, that impossible configuration of networked plants, and finally about the choice the gardener offered you. She listens attentively, but her responses are hard to read, and you wonder if she might have made a different decision had she been in your place.
Thank you, Sleeper, for telling me. I know it isn't easy to say such things. People so often do not wish to hear strange truth.
She looks away.
And thank you for returning to me, though I know you had your own reasons.
She squeezes your hand reassuringly. Something passes between you then, a kind of shared sadness for the impossible choice. The choice to escape your body, or to stay and suffer it. Her smile is warm, generous, and whatever the wisdom of your choice, you are glad to feel welcome in this moment, in this place. Then suddenly she stands and walks a little away, as if trying to escape an unpleasant thought. You worry that she knows all too well what it takes to make a choice like you did. Riko sighs.
So, Sleeper, do you plan to stay in the commune with us? I mean...
Doesn't matter.
I plan to. I'm glad to hear it.
Riko crosses back over to you and takes one of your hands in both of hers.
Haifa needs new blood if it wants to survive, and
She squeezes.
you are a good friend. Oh, the feeling is mutual. Well, don't let me keep you.
Riko waves you away and limps back to her terminal. As she does, you notice the crown in her hand, and she places it on the bench with great care. You can't help but feel a little curious about what she intends to do with it. Then you are out, breathing the air of the Greenway, fresh as a spring morning. The dappled light makes a patchwork of the greening landscape, and you walk into it, sensing the movement of the gardener's chorus all around. And you are glad to be here, in this strange and beautiful place, a little longer. Oh, yeah, I like that. Okay, let's finish up. Yeah, I like that's one of my favorite ends, just because I don't know, I love the metaphysical side of things. Like, you could leave your body and you could be free of it all, but it's like, you know, you'd be leaving behind your connections here. It's quite, I like it. I like the music as well.
Yeah. Have you ever done that?
Yeah. So the game ends with the credits, and then it takes you back to the main menu. But anyway, we'll go ahead and end it there. Finish
Yes,
up.
this was really good. There was so much happened.
I know.
Everything came to a head at once.
It did,
Suddenly
yeah.
the task list was very...
It just really picked up, didn't it? We have 4 cycles to do these 2. That's what we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. I think we should hopefully manage. It depends on our dice rolls. But yeah, finish up there.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
Yes.
The end of the mushroom storyline, but we've still got a few others. So there's Lemon Mina, Bliss and Ankita. We still have work for Abaya to help with Sabine, and then of course the flotilla. That's kind of narrowed down our tasks quite a bit, which is quite nice considering we had a lot to do.
It really has. It
Yeah.
was really picked up.
Yeah, so we're getting close. Well, I mean, we reached one of the endings, so technically we've finished the game. But there's a few other things we should do just to see all the content. Because there's a lot of stories we'd like to wrap up, which would be nice.
Yeah.
And then, once we've done all that, we could then, decide which ending would we have liked the most. But yeah, any life lessons after this session?
Any life lessons? Sometimes people look like they're scamming you, but they're not.
Okay.
Don't judge people.
Don't judge people.
Don't judge people by... Sometimes first impressions are not correct,
Okay. So
I think that's
the
a good life lesson, yeah.
Don't judge by first impression.
Yeah,
Okay.
Trust your gut, but sometimes first impressions are not accurate. Give people a chance. That's one. Another one I think is don't underestimate mushrooms. They're a very versatile.
Yeah.
A very versatile thing.
Really
and
do.
they are not. They're not a plant. They're not a plant or an animal. They're their own.
Fungi.
They have their own.
Mycelium.
Yeah, the fungi.
True,
have
like
their
we've
own...
used them to make whiskey and beer and
Yeah.
food and
They're very
stabilizer.
diverse. I think why don't more people grow mushrooms? This seems like a good business venture that I think
They don't taste very
people
nice.
should. No, they do.
Don't underestimate mushrooms. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. And the third one, I guess, would be, it ain't so bad living, in your body.
Yeah.
There's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
You don't have to join a big
gardener's chorus.
Big gardener's AI chorus.
Yeah.
AI is bad. No,
Aw.
no. I mean, not in this game, but
Squeeze Rico's hand. It's good for you.
life is good. It ain't too bad having a body. Yeah, that's
No, it
fine.
ain't. It ain't.
It ain't so bad having a body and doing stuff and seeing people.
And doing stuff, things. Yeah, we'll go ahead and finish up there. But thank you so much for playing with me.
It was
really
fun.
enjoyed this, and hopefully get it back to it. I'm not editing a review, so it might be not as long before the next video comes out. We'll hope.
Very
We'll
good.
see. And we need to start something else to replace Resident Evil, but we will see what comes of that. Until next time, though, thank you once again. Bye-bye.
Bye.